Hey, it's Jamel Gibbs. Welcome to REI Education Academy TV, where we keep it simple, stupid in real estate investing. And in today's episode, what we're going to do is talk about the three main profit centers in real estate. Now, obviously, there's a ton of different ways to make money in a real estate investing business. But if you want to be a well-rounded real estate investor, then you need to implement the three main profit centers that we're going to discuss on today's video. Okay, now the three main profit centers are wholesaling real estate, rehabbing real estate, and building residual income in real estate investing. Okay. Now, when it comes to wholesaling, for those of you that don't know what wholesaling real estate is, it's basically contracting a property at a deep discount and then selling it at a discount in order to keep the spread in between. Okay, so let me reiterate that. Wholesaling real estate is nothing more than contracting a property at a discount and then selling that contract at a discount in order to be able to keep the spread. So if you buy a property that's worth $100,000 for, let's say, $40,000, and then you turn around and sell it for $50,000, you contracted a property at 40 grand and you sold the contract for $10,000 profit in your pocket when you were able to move that contract for 50 grand. Okay, so moving forward, when it comes to rehabbing real estate, basically, rehabbing real estate is purchasing a property at a discount and then looking to sell it for more money closer to retail value. And then building residual income allows you to collect money up front. It allows you to collect money every single month. And then it also allows you to collect money when you end up selling that property in the end. Okay, now the benefits of wholesaling real estate is it doesn't require any money out of your pocket. Now, when I say it doesn't require any money out of your pocket to actually purchase the house, that is absolutely correct. But you will need to market your business if you want to build a real estate investing business. Any business that you're going to jump into, no matter if it's a McDonald's franchise, if it's a gym franchise or real estate investing, any business, whatever it is, you need to market that business. Okay, so you will spend some money on marketing, and if you don't spend the money, you will spend the time marketing the business. Obviously, if you want fast results, then you need to spend some money marketing your business. But when it comes to actually contracting properties, you don't need any money, or you need very little money to actually tie the property up. Okay, you don't need any credit when it comes to wholesaling because you're never gonna take titleship under your name. You're never gonna take ownership under your name. Okay, and then when it comes to owning the property, you're never gonna take ownership, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, when it comes to rehabbing real estate, you will need money. Now, here's the benefit of rehabbing real estate. The money does not have to be your money, okay? In the REI Education Academy, what I do is we show you how to find private money individuals who will put up the money to purchase a property for you. They'll put up the money to rehab the property for you, and they'll put up the money to close the property for you. And on top of all of that, they're nice enough to roll the payments that you have to make to them each and every single month into the loan so that you don't ever have to make a monthly payment on their property or on that property as well, on that money that you borrow. Okay, so you can find individuals who will basically give you all the money you need to purchase real estate and not have to make monthly payments to them until you actually sell that property. And that all depends on how you negotiate your deal. And again, we show you how to do that in the REI Education Academy. So you don't need any money. Well, you do need money, but the money doesn't have to be your money. but you will take ownership of the property. And personally, it's beyond the scope of this video, but you should always take properties if you decide to rehab or if you decide to hold the property. You should always, always, always take properties under a land trust because it provides a nice amount of protection for you. And that's something that you can talk to your attorney about as well. Then you have the residual income method, where you can basically get involved in these deals with very little money out of pocket, if any. It doesn't need any, doesn't require you to have any credit either, because you're going to use one of the 3 methods that I'm about to mention, and you will take ownership of the property on 2 of these methods, but with the 3rd one, you will not. Okay, now the 3 methods that you can use when it comes to residual income is subject to. You can use owner's financing, or you can use lease purchases. Now, you won't take ownership if you're using a lease purchase, but obviously you will have control of the property with the other 2. Okay, now there is another method that you can implement when it comes to using the residual income method, and that's basically rehab, buying a property at a rehab price, fixing it up, and then doing a refi cash out. Now that will actually require you to have some credit because you're going to be going to a bank to do the refi cash out. You're going to be using what's called a commercial lender in order to get that done. Okay, but for the other 3 methods, you don't need cash, you don't need credit, and you will take ownership of the property under a land trust. Okay, now the profit potential when it comes to wholesaling real estate is basically somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 to $10,000. That's the average profit on a wholesale deal. Okay, $5,000 to $10,000 on a wholesale flip. Now you will occasionally come across deals where you can make somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $30,000 on a wholesale flip. But most of your deals are going to be base hits. Okay, I like to call them base hits. And then once in a while you'll get that home run. Okay, most of your deals are going to be $5,000 deals and $10,000 deals and in between. Okay, and then once in a while you'll get that home run. When it comes to rehabbing real estate, most of your profits are going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $50,000. Now, there's 2 different methods that you can actually use when it comes to rehabbing real estate. 2 different exit strategies. One of them I actually started off in the business doing years ago. And that's basically buying the property at a discount, putting a little bit of work into it, and then selling it at a discount to a landlord or to an end buyer who was happy to take the equity in exchange for going in and finishing the project up. Okay, so that's one way to make money when it comes to rehabbing real estate. And using that method, you're somewhere in the neighborhood as far as profit potential of $10,000 to $20,000 in profit. Then you have the major rehab projects where you can actually make somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $50,000 per deal. Okay, and that's when you go in, you buy a property at a discount, you put a lot of work into it, and you sell it at retail price. Okay, now the benefit of doing this is you can get a huge chunk of cash when you close that deal. Okay, then you have the residual income method. The average profit per house should be in a neighborhood of at least $200. In fact, I personally would not take a house if I can't make at least $250 per month on that particular house. I'll explain why in just a minute. Now, the cons, obviously if there's pros, there's also cons. One of the cons that you have when it comes to wholesaling real estate is it's almost like having another job if you don't run it as a business. You're only as good as your last deal. So with these types of deals, wholesaling, yes, it is the fastest way to make money in real estate, but you only get paid once, okay? You only get paid one time. So you're only as good as your last deal. You're always going to have to constantly hustle for more deals. Okay. When it comes to rehabbing real estate, okay, you can get paid twice on these deals. Basically, you get paid at the closing table. You take some of your profit up front from the closing, and then you can get paid when you sell the property. The beautiful thing about taking some of your profit up front is it's tax-free money. You can't get taxed on borrowed money. So why not take some of your profit up front at the closing table, so you get cash back at the closing table, and then collect the rest of your money in the end. Okay, so that's another way. Those are two different methods that you can use in order to get paid on a rehab flip. Okay, again, getting paid at the closing and then getting paid when you sell the property. And when you get paid at the closing, it's tax-free money because you can't get taxed on borrowed money. But understand that once you sell that house, you will get taxed on that capital. Okay, and the average profit on a residual income house is somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 per month or more. Okay, so the object is to collect as many of these as possible. Just to give you an example, if you had 10 houses where you were collecting $200 per month from, you'll be collecting $2,000 per month extra on top of what you're currently making at your full-time job or whatever you do for a living. Okay, if you collected 20 of those houses, you're looking at an extra $4,000 a month just collecting rent and doing nothing else. Okay, and the beautiful part about the residual income method is you can get paid up front, you can get paid monthly, and you can get paid when the house has sold. Here's an example. I bought a house one time for $100,000. The house needed absolutely no work. The guy I bought it from was a tired landlord. He kept the house in immaculate condition. He just didn't want to deal with tenants anymore. So he sold me the house for what he owed on what he had into the property, which at that time was $40,000. Okay, so I bought a $100,000 house, which needed no work, for $40,000. His monthly payments were only $435 at the time, and he was willing to let me lease purchase that property from him for $435 per month with $500 down. So what I ended up doing is going out and finding a buyer for $70,000. I collected 10% from that buyer, which was $7,000. I gave the seller the $500, which put $6,500 in my pocket, and I rented that property on a lease purchase for $750 to that potential buyer, to that particular buyer, which gave me an extra $320 per month for 6 months. Then the buyer cashed me out in 6 months, and I collected the rest of the $23,000 that was left in that house. So I collected $7,000 up front, which provided me with a no money down deal. I collected $320 per month. And on top of that, I collected the $23,000 in the end. Okay, so that's the beautiful part of structuring terms deals with residual income. So by implementing these 3 strategies, you're able to take advantage of the 3 main profit centers in your real estate investing business. And we're going to go deeper into these strategies throughout the next few weeks, okay? And be sure to look out for some more videos that I'm going to be putting up. And be sure to go to the website that you see below this video, reieducationacademy.com/cheat sheet. And the reason I'm sending you there is because I'm providing you with a simple yet effective way to find leads in today's market right from the comfort of your own home, because it all starts with lead generation. So go ahead to reieducationacademy.com/cheat sheet. This is Jamel Gibbs, and I'm signing off.